Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got the new Booker's 2023-01. Now, I think it's kind of late for me because 2023-01 being the first release, and they do 4 in a year, and I am in the month of May, but whatever. Let's get it.
Bottom drop, bottom drop, bottom drop.
I had to get some of these boxes off the table because they are just too towering, and that is thanks to Charlie. Charlie is the one who designed and built the majority of the Booker's boxes. Matter of fact, all of the Booker's boxes from the time that he started until now. I remember when these were coming in just plain boxes. I mean, they had a little hole in the front with a little leather strap with a knot in it, and that's how you would pull the plastic cover up. So now they seem to finish them, and it gives it more of a, I guess, professional look, and this is what they're going for. But I was fine with the old boxes. What I wasn't fine with was the price hike. The price went from $60 to $90, but then I had to understand the new market. Now, you've got guys asking for $90 for 2-year-old bourbon. You've got guys asking $60 for 4-year-old bourbon. So for them to hike their price, it was, to me, now I understand it. So every time I wanted a bottle that was nice and something that I would really enjoy, I would go to Booker's, but I would feel like I was treating myself at $60 a bottle. That's not the case anymore. Now you have to feel like you're treating yourself to something special at $90 a bottle. So this is where we are. We've got 7 years, 1 month, and 8 days, and they count it down to the days. I don't know why, but anyway, that's how they do it. I was not a big fan of the Lumberyard batch, and then I let it get some air in it. I put it up against the Kentucky Tea batch, which I was a huge fan of right out of the bottle, and the Lumberyard batch punished it. So we are about to get into Charlie's batch. I did have a little bit. If you notice, there's quite a bit gone. Wow, there's quite a bit gone out of the bottle because I picked this up on a trip in Pennsylvania. It was my son's basketball tournament trip. Me, the coach, and one of the other fathers got into this bottle, and we got into this bottle quite a bit. So this is what I have left over. Let's get into the review and let's get into the nose. I don't know, I'm picking up a berry note. A little bit of oak and a little bit of a berry note. Let's get into the palate, see if I can pull anything else out. That's, wow. That is a really good clove and citrus note. That clove, citrus, and cinnamon is very, very, very sweet. It has a pretty good mouthfeel. For 7 years and 1 month and 8 days, let's get it all the way down to the day, it is coming across very good. I think Beam doesn't like to age their products for a long time because for whatever reason, maybe it's the cooperage, the type of wood that a cooperage uses, it just comes in really, really old once you go to a certain day past 7 years. And I'll say this, with the Baker's products, I've had some Baker's products that have been in that 7-year, under 8-year mark that have been phenomenal. And then I get into Baker's products that get 7 years and a few months and 8 years, and they just get over oak. So this right here is really good. Let's go back into the nose, see if I can pull anything else out. Yeah, that cinnamon and clove is just heavy. It's very heavy in the glass. If you don't like cinnamon and clove, which I pick up a lot of cinnamon in MGP products, but it's almost a hollow cinnamon, if you understand what I mean. It's you smell the cinnamon, but it's like nothing holding it up. To me, this is a cinnamon, but it is a very thick cinnamon and a very thick clove note. Let's go back into the palate one more time. So that's spicy cinnamon, spicy clove, a little bit of barrel char. You do get a very good mouthfeel for it to be 7 years old. It's very sweet, but it does have a little bit of savoriness to it as well. I am going to have to say that I am really liking this. Will I say that it is one of my favorite Booker's products out there? No. I mean, it comes in at 126.6 proof. And proof doesn't always mean anything, nor does age. So 7 years does not mean that it's going to be a great bourbon. But we know that the Booker's products pretty much hover around that 7-year mark. However, this thing it's really good. It's got a good mouthfeel. Let's get into the breakdown. Is it worth the chase? I have been chasing Booker's lately. The Kentucky Tea batch and the Lumberyard batch made me want to chase all Booker's. And the fact that I started with Booker's and it was an excellent bourbon back then made me really want to get back into Booker's. If I was a newbie like I was at the time, coming back into bourbon and someone gave me this, would I chase this? I don't know if I would. I really don't know if I would. Is it good? Yes. Good for an experienced bourbon drinker. Good for a newbie? No. So I don't know if I would chase this. And even me being an experienced bourbon drinker, I still don't know if I would chase this. It's good, but I got this at retail in the PA ABC. They call it good wine and fine spirits, I think it is. But it was $99.99. So $100 for a 7-year product that comes in at 126.6 proof. The proof is there. The years are kind of there, but the flavor isn't something that I would necessarily chase. I like it. I do like it a lot. I don't think that I'm going to chase it for that amount of money. Is it worth over retail? It already comes in at anywhere from 89 to 99 bucks, and then you get into Maryland and the prices are all over the place. So you got about 110 to 120 bucks. I don't think I would pay for this batch $30 over my retail. And I feel kind of bad saying that because Booker's was the one that brought me to the party. This one right here, if it's $90, I would pay that. If it's $100, I would pay that. $110, maybe. $120, I'm like, that it's a little hard. You know I'm not giving it to a new bourbon drinker, so I'm not going to go into that. Will it always be on the bar? I have found the previous Booker's releases to be very good. However, this one right here, all I'm saying is it's not one of my favorites. It's not that it's bad, but it's just not that it's one of my favorites. So will this one, the Charlie's batch, always be on the bar? Once it's gone, it's gone. And it actually makes me start to think about, do I need to chase these in the future? So with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you're headed to a drop. Till next time.